Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Maincast Autumn Brawl coverage in English here from Ukraine, Kiev. I'm Killer Pigeon, joining me aside, Lizard once more. Apologies for the slight delay. We had some issues. We had to have pizza parties before we begin, and now Team Spirit and Happy Guys are more or less ready to get down and get dirty in a best of three to decide who goes home. Well, they're already home, but who goes around crying in their own home, and who waves the flag of victory and says, "I live to fight another day."
Which one of these little wee boys is gonna hug his pillow and just cry into it? What do you think? Who's gonna do it?
I mean,
let's wait and see.
Like,
it's gonna be interesting.
If it's Happy Guys, do you think it's just like Illidan's got like a printed Cinderin pillow and Cinderin has a printed Illidan pillow?
No. I think Cinderin has a bulldog pillow. That's what I think he does. Definitely, it's a bulldog pillow.
And Bulldog has Cinderin socks. We
Yeah,
won't
of
talk too
course.
much about that. We'll get into the draft.
What?
Because
Wait, what? Socks?
Yeah, why not?
All right, sure. Brood, mother.
Oh, no.
God! Second pick, Brood.
This is, I prefer it this way though, because it's not necessarily a stomp, but what it is it's Happy Guys going, now counter us. We've taken control of the draft.
I mean, let's be honest. It's like Happy Guys going, now counter us. Like we're so certain.
Look at us, so
look at us.
original.
We're so original with this Brood. We don't care. But at the same time, they did ban out the Magnus. They did ban out the Kanka, and the Axe was banned out by Team Spirit. So basically, who do you have left versus Brood? You have like what do you have? What you have a Tiny that's kind of alright.
Sladar's not too bad either. We've seen that work before.
Yeah.
Although the biggest concern I'm looking at here is Happy Guys first phase ban and Magnus, and your eyebrow doesn't raise and go, what?
The Team Spirit play Magnus. It wasn't them that played Magnus mid, right? It wasn't.
I'm trying to remember now. No.
It wasn't.
No.
So it makes no sense if you are Team Spirit and you're looking at them banning that. And now the Alchemist is banned, obviously, which is really good versus Brood 2. Well, not really good. But the thing about Alchemist is, like, you can't really completely dominate him after he buys those two stouts. He can just stand up against the Brood, just tosses that acid spray in front of himself and farms your spiderlings if you try to kill him.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at this and basically Happy Guys, Cinderin's done a fantastic job of eliminating the best counters to Brood. There are still methods available.
There are, no doubt about it, but these players play those heroes. Like, this is kind of awkward, but one of my favorite heroes versus Brood as well is Meepo. Meepo is good. By the way, Tiny, I've been leaned back so much, and this spider has
Did you
taken
not
over.
notice the Tiny?
Yeah,
I mean, he's living up to his name. It's a
no,
little
seriously,
bit too
this
small,
Brood
if you
is
see.
so big, and the lightning is in such a way that I didn't even see the tree, that little small tree poking behind that Brood. So you can't have the Tiny either.
You know, I want interactive drafts where you can choose dead or alive pose. So it's like, oh, the enemy, they chose a Tiny against the Brood. So then you just like choose the dead pose and it's just a spider crunched up on its back. Just kind of like, that would be the next level analysis, is tap the heroes you think are going to die. This one, and Phoenix turns into an omelet. You know, this would be great.
A scramble.
Weave was just a giant like can of insect spray, drops from the sky and squashes them.
Raid, right?
Yeah.
Just disappear, makes
Tiny
Weaver disappear.
Tiny just basically has a giant waterfall drop on him, and he turns into a few pebbles.
Oh.
So yeah, I've got it all planned out.
Oh. Like, what do? They ban out the Ogre. I'm really interested to see what is their plan. FNG is one of the oldest drafters in the scene. He hasn't been in the tier 1 scene for a while now, but he has been around, he has been drafting, playing, and he goes for the Shaker.
That's
Mid?
probably the best choice they have left. I don't think there's going to be a mid Shaker.
Why not?
Because I think what they're going to try and do is, I think they should put the Earth Shaker mid against the Brood. It's not terrible, but it's not great. You're not going to be able to clear the spiders. Yes, you'll get a quick 6, but I'm also going to say you're not going to then go farm at the same speed as the Brood.
Yeah, that's true. But mid Shaker actually can work amazingly well versus Brood. You can have fast items, you can have a fast blink. Do you remember a long time ago when Shaker was played on mid? That hero was legit.
Yeah.
Like, you would go for some DPS as well, besides the... Oh, a Kotl again, alright.
Alright, Happy Guys were happy with that pick last time, and
Alright.
remain so in this game as well. But I think the other thing I want to highlight with the Earth Shakers, you're risking a lot, because if you stick him on the mid and everything goes wrong, who's going to reset the game for you? No one. If you stick him in an out lane with like a Mirana...
Of course. The only question is, do you have something else that can stand against this Broodmother? That's all. And There aren't many heroes left in this pool that can, honestly.
What about Bristle? We don't really see it too much. I don't think we're going to see it now with the Keeper Light coming out.
Yeah, if you get mana leaked as Bristle, you're forced into Lotus Orb, Lotus. It's all right.
It's not a terrible item for him.
Yeah, Bristle can work. It's not horrible. The problem is Brute gets that medallion, diffusal, farms around you. You don't farm nearly as fast, and let's see, it's the Nikes. All right, so
okay, that's you know, I'm gonna put my stamp of disapproval. I don't like the life. Like I know it seems just like I don't like Lifestealer. There is a level of that. It's not the most interesting hero to watch, but in this type of game, with what's already shown, the Tiny evenly trades with you. You're not gonna dominate lane, and Broodmother's just gonna be
let me do my expert analysis.
All right, give me the
please,
deep
sir.
Give me the deep.
So this is basically why they want Lifestealer. Lifestealer, as you said, yeah, I'm on the same wagon. I don't love the hero in the current meta. I don't adore him. However, in this game, he's almost perfect right now, at least. Lifestealer versus Keeper of the Light is good because you can rage versus the Illuminate, versus the Blinding Light, and versus the Mana Leak. And on the other hand, he's also very good versus Tiny because Tiny, as time goes by, he grows. He's very tanky, has so much natural HP. The Feast is really good from Lifestealer, and he can deal with the Tiny as well. So in that aspect, he's all right. But the Broodmother can mess with him a bit with the bite.
I was going to say with the Tiny, we used to see this a lot earlier this year. We saw the Tiny picked up, usually in response to the Lifestealer, because early on you can't CS that well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We saw it like a few days ago as well, that Tiny had a really good lane versus the Nikes, but then the Nikes won. And now the Bane is actually... These two drafters are on point, honestly. Everything like in the second phase is so on point, because Bane, yesterday when we saw Nikes, the Nikes was in the team with the Bane, and even then I was thinking, man, if they snatch the Bane, but no, they picked the Nikes and the Bane in the second phase. Now the Bane is picked versus the Nikes, and the Bane versus Nikes is really good. The Fiend's Grip versus Nikes goes through his rage. If he rages, he just wastes it because of the Fiend's Grip, obviously. The Sleep is decent because he can just go on a target, and then Feeble obviously is an amazing spell.
I mean, that's kind of the other thing, is like some of their bans were focused around setting a Lifestealer pick, you could argue. The Wyvern's always a good pick to ban, and the Silencer makes sense against the Lifestealer. But then the Ogre,
TA ban.
It's not going to do too much. The TA ban does come out. The Necrophos is going to be the farm pick for Happy Guys. It's not terrible here.
Necrophos.
It's going to be able to exist in lane. I imagine they're going to try and match this up against the Lifestealer, because there's no way for him to actually beat into you. Right, you open wounds, you go Shroud, you walk away.
You can, yeah. And then what Tiny would be safe lane? Necro off lane?
I mean,
Necro plus Kotl?
Yeah, they have flexibility here.
Yeah, they can lane whatever way they want to, basically, with the Broodmother. Oh, we'll see.
Okay.
Here we go.
There we go. Leech Commander,
Yeah.
a hero we don't see anymore.
I actually forgot about her completely, and she's...
Against Brood, yeah.
Against Brood, she's awesome.
Also, I was going to say, the other thing is actually... look at these combos. You got Lifestealer, he has multiple targets he can bomb. On the other side of the draft, Happy Guys, Tiny Kotl combo with Mana League Toss.
Yeah, that great combo.
Yeah.
They aren't really... yeah, the Happy Guys team isn't really... It's a Brood draft. It doesn't really have to make a lot of sense. I mean, you pick the Brood, you play around the Brood, you adapt everything to that. The other heroes, they're just supposed to kind of exist, have a decent laning stage. Well, it's not this bad as I'm portraying it, but...
No, the world's coming to an end. Someone picked the Brood. We're done. Just close up the game, give Happy Guys game one.
Let's be honest. When you pick that Brood, it's a Brood game instantly, and that's what's going to happen, so...
I liked what Team Spirit done, though. They saw the Brood pick, and we see a lot of teams panic and immediately try and counter it. Instead, they just, FNG, like I said, one of the oldest players, one of the oldest captains, he's skilled, he knows what he's doing. He says, calm down. Don't worry. We'll wait until the final pick, then we'll deal with the Brood in one foul swoop. And
the Legion wasn't even banned. People aren't even thinking in EU and CIS that much about Legion, while in the East...
Nowhere, really.
Yeah,
in the East, it's appearing a little bit, but
a little
I haven't seen
bit.
too much. When we covered SEA, we weren't seeing it
not too much, but she's been in some drafts here and there.
Well, I've talked to some players, and the logic in their mind is go, why would I pick a hero that stuns itself for ages as well?
Yeah.
When I could just pick something like a Beastmaster, stun them, and then do what I want.
That's true. A fair point, to be honest. Especially as Legion, if you do not stun anyone... I mean, if you do use that ultimate to control someone, but you don't get the duel damage in the first, I don't know, let's say, first few duels, it can just all fall apart because you find yourself without duels and without farm.
Is it kind of weird that we are watching from the shrubbery, just sneakily looking at an old man?
That's how I usually watch. Oh,
You watch
what?
old men?
Sure, why not?
All right, why not, you know?
Don't kink shame me, man. I told you
More
that.
king shames. He's just the creepy old man that's just in the bushes
Boogie?
watching other people.
They're gonna trade some hits.
Yeah,
Here we
but
go.
this
But
is
the
the
tree
thing.
is big, man. It's molten tree. Look.
Well, here's the bigger it's not just that, which does make me a little bit thirsty, but for this mineral water.
You're always thirsty.
But yeah,
anyway.
I admittedly do drink a lot of energy drink. But like to actually highlight this is the thing I wanted to go over and why Tiny is really good against a Lifestealer is Lifestealer will get him down to half HP, but then he doesn't do anything because Lifestealer until he has phase boots is not a threat to anyone. And you've laned it with a support that doesn't really offer much threat itself.
Yeah, FNG on this Phoenix. Basically, when you're laning with Phoenix, whatever lane you're on, if you're a support Phoenix, you just want to get those levels. Like, he got buffed a bit, the Fire Spirit's skitter. Well, my friend,
he took a lot of damage.
You took a lot of damage, actually.
He's got the salve, though. Might just look to tango up instead.
The problem is now that you have that you either use the salve or you come to the lane without being full HP. The tangos aren't gonna make him full HP by the time the laning stage starts.
He can exploit the feast though to just heal up, so I
that's
guess he'll
true.
probably go tangos.
Right,
More mid lane?
I'm really interested. I think Nine should have 2.88 on
Yeah,
Happy Guys.
turns out more people believe in Team Spirit than they believe in Syndrome, which is... I mean, I want to say with this match up the mid, I can see where they're coming from to an extent, but I still like the out lanes for Happy Guys a lot more.
The outer lanes for Happy Guys, I don't know. I like them. It's just that Team Spirit's draft for me looks more compact somehow.
You're just a Phoenix fan.
It isn't just the Phoenix. The Phoenix, the Shaker, the Weaver, the LC. Looks like they have
Speaking
FNG.
of that Phoenix, they might find the kill.
Oh, there
One
we
more tap
go.
needed. The range creep actually
No
gets the
first
final
blood.
touch.
No first blood. The creeps.
Pings
they-
come out. They're actually a little bit frustrated about that.
Yeah, those range creeps.
Meanwhile, bot, Hester Joe, it's only level 1 Shikuchi. If Sin finds him,
Well, there is a Shaker there.
yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
Sin looks the wrong way. But that's already a lot of harassment going on the Weaver, who only has one last hit compared to Illidan, who's already up to 6.
Yeah, Illidan is doing well, and the LC is doing well on mid. Oh, Boogie getting quite low on top.
I think it's another nice thing.
Phoenix versus Tiny is actually really good.
Yeah. But I was going to say, with the open wounds, right, it's predictable movement, so
Yeah.
immediately Afromush is going to use the Illuminate, and you can't afford to tank that damage as Skitter.
Yeah, you need that rage, and you don't want to level it this early, so it's gonna be hard. But actually, who do they have that can deal with the egg? They have none. No heroes. You don't have your Klinks or Ursa or anything like that.
It's more or less on the Brood.
Yeah. You have the Brood, and that's pretty much it. So this is looking like a really, really good Phoenix game. And what they need to do is they need to get a Vessel on Team Spirit on someone to deal with the heals from Kotl, with the heals from Necro, with the heals from...
Oh, he might get it. It's so close, he can't get
No,
there.
he's gonna be slow.
He's going, though.
He's not gonna get that. No.
Yeah, he just wasted a lot of time there. He believed, but believing is not enough. The tip actually comes out as Nine's like,
Cinderan with
smart
double damage.
Scary Bane is going to force
You
me
know
away
how
again.
you can make Cinderan relevant in the lane, you give him double damage. He comes here, he just... I mean...
Is that a Sin-specific thing in your mind?
No. Just anyone, basically. If you get the double damage, you go onto the lane, you just destroy people.
That is kind of the idea of TD.
Cinderan was already destroying them, and now that he has the double damage, his relevance
it's not
is
like
even
giving,
stronger, yeah.
It's not like giving a CM a DD, where it's like, it's just a little bit, who cares?
Yeah.
You give Bane, a hero, great stats, DD, suddenly he's super scary.
Oh, he's blocking the creep camp, and he used the fissure just to block that small camp, because Cinderan cannot control the lane back. The thing is, though, you can still pull the hard camp, but it's a bit difficult as Weaver can go in and disrupt you.
Yeah, you have to basically have range neutral creeps, and they have to hit you at the right moment. It's a very thin window of opportunity. And, I mean, I'm looking at CS right now, and guess who's winning? No surprise there, Legion Commander up to 23. A little bit inflated from the Spiders.
Of course. It has to be inflated because overwhelming gods, right? Like,
Avalanche coming out, FNG. Oh, they're going to
FNG's
try
dead.
and find him, they'll get him. The tree toss will secure the kill, and Boogie, he punishes Phoenix from being a little bit too far out.
This isn't good. So Phoenix on the lane, yeah, I said that he does not really offer a lot of offense, right? Like he's not really the strongest hero when it comes to trading hits. The fire spirits aren't great, the dive isn't great, the slow is kind of insignificant. But at the same time, you have dive. You shouldn't be dying, in my opinion, at least. As a Phoenix on the lane, you should very, very rarely fall. And he already died twice, which isn't really great, as his Nyx is gonna have an even harder time now that the Tiny has gotten that extra gold twice now.
That's the thing. The natural kill potential should not actually be there for that lane, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Tiny can do a decent amount.
Of
You
course.
should get them low, but you should never be able to finish them.
Yeah, if he catches you off with Avalanche Toss combo, then you can die. But so far, he's just been clubbing him. There was no combos happening. And Kotl has stacked a lot, and they're pulling on top. And because of that, the Nyx is not really finding the farm. He has some decent CS though. Xar, no. Oh yeah.
He's had to go for the capacitating high build because he can't afford to give over the spiders.
So this lane is actually, this is how you play the Brood versus LC. I completely forgot about this as well. You don't go for the spiderlings. You basically play with your passive, and because of that, the last hits that we see from LC are actually
All
not
natural,
inflated. Yeah, all natural, and she's actually having a really good time considering that the Brood even changed her normal skill build.
Syndra's been found here. They have the fish to cut him off. He tries to escape. And he'll know his fate is sealed and Nightmare up and try and escape here, but
they're leaving
pointless.
the kill.
They even bring 9 down. They want the duel win. There we go. Goes out, run him down, he's dead.
That's actually good. They leave the dual kill for a 9. Overall, though, this is my issue. So you have this Brood Mother who naturally can farm so much and be ahead, and because of being ahead, she's able to dominate. But if you take the Brood and you max the passive on her, she's not going to be able to just get all those fast items earlier than anyone else, right? She's not going to be able to get that medallion diffusal or whatever she opts to because she has no farming potential. She can only farm the lane.
You're basically putting yourself in a scenario where you have to match what the Legion's doing. You're a killer. That's what you're going to do.
Exactly. And this Legion is on mid, so she can rotate left, right, and center. She can get those dual kills. Oh, speaking of that.
Whereas the Brood, when you try and rotate, it's a little bit more predictable.
Yeah.
You put down the webs, it's like, I see there's a pattern coming out here towards my lane.
Oh, look,
I'm going to leave.
Oh, look, some webs are appearing.
Wonder why that's happening.
Oh, look at
9
this.
DD'd up.
Oh,
they're going to get dueled out. Kazar, he's screwed. No way can he escape
Yeah,
this.
so this is another option. Like, if they realize now that he has passive and they just continue standing here on the lane, what's the Brood gonna do? Like, where can she go? I mean, it's all on Team Spirit now to realize that she has no spiderlings. If you commit one extra hero to mid, she's never gonna find farm. And if she never finds farm, this whole draft falls apart. Like, who do they have that's gonna deal the physical damage? Only Tiny.
Oh, 9. Going on the Tiny here. Boogie trying to avalanche. Toss up. It's not going to be enough. 9's going to walk it off. One more tap will not be enough to illuminate through, though. Afro moves quick off the mark to make sure the kill occurs. Now Boogie trying to move away, but is surrounded, blocked in. He's going to give the kill over to Skidder.
And at the same time, Hestejo also rotated, which isn't really that great as he just wastes his time as Kotl ported.
You could switch the lanes at this point. It wouldn't be terrible.
That's true. So maybe Skitter... Nah, Weaver is going back bottom, so...
Yeah, there's no... I'd say if there was a shrine, but the shrine's been used at the top, so that won't be the case. So they've even actually decided to just go, okay, no spiders.
Yep.
Stick 5 mid. Just let him get some levels.
Yep. This is the problem, though. This Brood isn't pressuring anyone. Like, he's not pressuring mid, and he's not farming the jungle. So it's great that you can lane versus the LC, but the LC comes in, kills you with +1, and then moves away and farms somewhere else, or ganks. I don't know. I mean, I understand why he isn't going for spiderlings. It used to be the way to play versus LC.
Oh, Illian's been found. Ghost Shroud's going to come out, trapped in the corner though. No way he escapes this, he's dead.
Just put the branch there and port out, bro. Never gonna happen though.
Yeah,
9?
you're living in a dream. 9's taking a lot of damage here actually.
Phoenix
Kazar scared though. Phoenix is here. He's going to look to move away, find himself an illusion rune as he moves apart.
9?
9 is still chasing. He won't be able to find it though. He's overlapping webs. That's how paranoid Kazar is, but there's the vision to cut him off. Whoopsie daisy, he'll just walk over it.
So basically 9 was fighting him all that time because he knew Phoenix was there and he was just baiting, waiting for his ultimate to run off and then to duel him.
It's true. And the good news is, like we said, the Brood, you can't farm. But if you don't die here, and you're forcing these rotations, your out lanes are going to be amplified, they're going to win harder.
Yes, yes, I completely agree with you, but who's on your outer lanes? There's a Tiny on one and the Necro on the other, right?
The Necro meh, but the Tiny, if he wins the lane hard.
Yeah, if he gets...
Oh no, but they go to the bot lane. Cinder and the Nightmare's going to come out, but it's too late. He's going to fall. Nilin and getting low. The Ghost Shroud. Just as the duel comes out, he gets it in Tiny. He won't give over the victory, but he will still die.
He will.
No, they get it.
They get
just
the duel
towards
as well.
the end, as the beat of the drum is ending, and Sind on the side. Hester Joe, he looks the wrong way.
Sind,
what?
what?
What are you doing?
What?
He brain taps. He's going to be fine for 2 more seconds, but the Fissure is there, and he's going to die.
He was so...
He was scot-free. I don't know what the plan... I think he was worried that he was being circled around the tree line.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. But that shouldn't have been the thing because he has a ward, so he didn't have to think. He just had to look. Yeah, feels bad.
Sin, not thinking. That's what you just... That's the message you just sent right there. And, I mean, they're going to have to think of something because look at this right now. Tiny's the only one doing okay.
Yeah, Tiny's doing fine. But even on this lane, Nikes is doing better, right?
That's the thing. You're taking this Tiny and he's doing okay. That's
Yeah.
the word we chose. Not really what you want from your mid-game powerhouse. You want him to assert dominance in the laner phase and then transition to a map gang.
Well, the Brood did start spawning spooders.
You eventually have to invest in it.
So hopefully with these spooders, she's going to be able to go into the jungle and farm a little bit, I hope.
So they're normally spiders, but if it's a late spiders, we call them spooders. Is that what it is?
Small, irrelevant spooders.
Pathetic little spooders to accompany the big spider, the big brood mama, who has a lot of overlapping webs in that mid lane, actually.
Yeah, actually, no, not really the best way to plant those webs, but yeah, he needed to do it that way so that he could run away from some ganks.
I don't think the movement speed stacks from multiple webs. Does it?
No.
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 So this is literally just him panic play some webs.
Yeah, it was when the Shaker was rotating, fissuring him, and when he was moving towards the runes. But overall, there we go. He's farming the jungle now as well. But this isn't also the jungle that you want to be farming. You always want to be farming their triangle and creep skipping.
Yeah, that's how it's still standing.
Yeah,
he
but
knows
it's a bit
the support's nearby.
and it's a bit too late to do that. So they're in a little bit of a pickle right now when it comes to this Brood pick, to be honest.
Now I'm looking from this perspective, as we said, the Tiny needs to do well. What can the Necrophos do? Is this a greedy go Radiance and just try, well, by time you can come and be useful? Or is this going to be, I need to actually go into the hood, a blink, Ags, and just get aggressive?
So this is the thing. It depends if someone goes for a Vessel on the team of Team Spirit. If you don't go for anything that can deal with that Vessel, you're gonna fall every single fight. So the question is he gonna react to these? Is he gonna react to these items that they go for, or if he's just gonna go his own way? I think he has to react.
He needs to be careful here. Nine's taking a lot of damage. Cinderin's here now, but Biva, he's at the ready. The Fiend's grip does get interrupted straight away. The egg gets dropped, and the dual turnaround. Brood's stuck here, slowed down with the attack speed, and now in a little bit of trouble. The Nightmare does create enough space so that the duel will not be a win, but Kazar will still fall. He's trying to move away quick enough. The Farm Punch comes out.
FNG and Beaver, just perfect positioning from them there. Maybe someone could have taken that sleep off of LC so that she can continue dueling the Brood, but it didn't really matter. It was good either way. Illidan, I think he would like to get Yules, I think. I'm not certain, but it looks like a good item here versus the LC and versus the Vessel that might come.
Yeah, that's not a terrible item choice here. I'm trying to think, like, alternatively, there's not much that would make a difference here, because if you get dueled, we saw even with Ghost Shroud, there's so much magic damage, you're in trouble. Maybe the Hood of Defiance could be the way to go. And Boogie, fissured up, stunned up, slowed down. He cannot escape this at all. He's going to Avalanche finally, but it doesn't matter. Skitter's rage lasts way too long. Problematic. Yeah.
Problematic indeed.
Especially seeing as this is a game where I'm seeing a Radiance queued up for Skitter, and I'm like, okay, that's actually fine here. I don't mind that.
Yeah, it's definitely good. It also deals with the Ghost Shroud, right? So, well, the Afromush is gonna have his Aghanims quite soon as well, so he's farming really well. Yeah.
And we've seen this comparison before. We said about the Earthshaker versus the Kotl, which one gets more effective use. In that game, of course, it was a Kotl.
Yeah, it's similar. Like, they both really need items. They are heroes that really make use of those Blink Daggers, Forces, Aghanims, right? So, but Shaker can just change a game in one ultimate, right? So there's that. While the Kotl, he kind of is pushing out, controlling the map, healing his teammates. Just chilling, out pushing like this. I mean, out-pushing. This is basically him farming. no,
Pushing
team,
waves,
team,
pushing
I'm not farming.
waves.
I'm not farming. I'm defending our tower.
I'm
Come
shoving lanes. That's
Yeah.
all I'm doing.
I'm defending. What are you guys doing in the jungle?
No, this backstab. 9. They're on the snoop out. They're looking for a target. Boogie is a little bit tanky, but they probably take it if they see him.
Oh,
Kazar.
they saw him.
Oh, they saw him.
Oh,
Well, nods come out. They're going to try and look for him now. The swarm's going to be there. Moving forward. There's a duel coming out. Incinerate just disappears. That should set up for a push on the tier 1 now, which is important. You need to open up this map and now make sure that Kazar never recovers.
By the way, he took all the spiders with one spell.
He did.
Yeah, he killed all of them there. It's not a lot of gold since the bounty was nerfed from the spiders, but still, it
it's a
slows the brood
bonus
down.
on top of the Sin kill.
Yeah, it's the bonus on top of Sin.
Oh, Avalanche, blink in, looking for the opportunity. They'll get the Weaver. It just evaporates. Now 9, they're moving forward. They want 2. He's going to blink away. Kazar can't chase any further because he doesn't know where anyone is. And was more concerned with getting that CS.
He's just going to use the soul to go and farm. Oh, Force Staff. Well, Force Staff is actually really good as well versus
that's actually
Knights.
nice. Not just that, the Earthshaker as well, yeah.
Versus the Fissure too, so.
Even the egg, like all the means actually, whether you want to get closer or further away. That's actually, we typically think Hooded Defiance because it's such a good item right now, but I like this more.
Me as well. Like Hood this game, it's alright versus Phoenix and Shaker, but the rest of them are just
I mean,
physical.
saving yourself isn't the most important thing here. Like, there's so much power coming out the Cottle and the Bane and the Tiny. You want to make sure that they survive the initial
I was
burst.
thinking Yules because of the similar thing, like you can use the target that's dueled. I mean, you can use Yules on the Legion once when she uses the duel, so there's that. Well, it's not really the best timing for the defusal on Brood, but she's getting there, I suppose.
This is recovery, Brood.
Yeah, but you never want to be in recovery with Brood. It's not how this hero wins. That's the thing. I mean, it's possible, but they have to play this perfectly as a team in a compact way. It can't be like Brood picking people off because that's gone. That's long gone. The time in which she could go on the dire side of the map and get some pick-offs on her own are gone. That's not going to happen this game.
I mean, that's the thing, is like, compared to old Brood, new Brood's recovery into winning games is a much better one than it used to be.
That's true.
With the talents, with the item choices you can make now, this hero can be relevant late game.
Yeah, what does she need? She needs Diffusal and perhaps a BKB or one item, one different
like
item.
a Nullifier maybe.
Yeah, and she's already relevant.
Oh, Fiend's Grip coming out. Lifesteal's been found. Boo's going to move in. Clubbing in. It's pretty tanky. They got enough damage. The side comes down. Yes, they have.
Great.
Skitter's gone. 67 sideline. And looks like the egg did get dropped. They're going to try and pop through it quick enough. The taps will be there. One more. Get it. No. Goes pop just in time. The duel on the back foot. Cinder looks like he's going to go down. They're going to chase 4 for more. Illidan can't move away quick enough. The Ghost Shroud's there, but he's stunned up. He can't move out. This Echo to make sure he dies.
Boogie,
double kill for
next.
9. And Boogie blinks away just before the swarm will connect.
Oh,
The
but he didn't blink.
They ping, they know he's here. He went for somewhere he can walk away instead of the tree line, and now they're going to punish him for it. The Avalanche are going to come at the toss, but Hestejo just time-lapses back. Boogie trying to run it off Biver, takes a bit of damage, but will be fine.
Unfortunately for him, he didn't blink. I expected him to blink in the trees, but I suppose because he's playing versus Phoenix, he opts to go for somewhere where he can walk away from. And yeah, they just chase him down and they get him. I think this should be their tower now. Easy tower.
And that opens up the jungle, which is what the 9 wants, especially. He wants to find these kills.
Well, Cinderan, he's
moving in, and Nightmare's going to come out. There's the use of Illuminate through. The Fissure to cut him off, and Cinder, and mistakes have been made. The duel's going to come out again. Another win for 9. They're going to move forward, looking for Wire for a move. She needs to get out of it. Illuminate put down. The axe charging up. Might be enough to heal him. He needs to pop it now, but he doesn't. Kazar walking in, trying to get FNG, but the stun control's going to be there. Now Boogie jumping in with the Avalanche. Stop. It's a Ravage, more like. He gets a kill on the Weaver and on the Phoenix. So moving forward, 9 needs to retreat from here, but Kazar's on top, and he can't get out quick enough. And he should just burn up in the face of this spider. The tree gets tossed through. Boogie with the double kill. Blink away by Biver, going to go for the TP. Boogie will not even attempt to go for the blink opportunity.
I mean, honestly, I was like, Cinderan, what are you doing? That's how I...
Dangling hard.
Yeah, but he really bought enough time for his team to get there and respond. He did die. He did give the dual damage, but that Tiny just got 1,000 gold. He's going to be super happy with that.
And now your mid-game powerhouse can begin to come online.
Yeah, finally that Tiny is going to be able to just walk across the map and get his kills. There
is bad news. Kazar's Diffusal was on the Courier.
Oh, well, unfortunate.
So it's a little bit
I don't feel sad.
You don't feel bad for a Brood.
I don't feel bad for a Brood. What do you mean
This is like
bad
feeling
news?
bad for a Gyro at the start of the year, or a Dragon Knight a few months back.
Or a Tinker, ever.
Ever. Yeah, I was about to say. Or Techies, ever.
What do you have against techies?
You know what?
Techies are a great squad of
we'll talk about
goblins.
This later. We'll talk about this later.
we want techies, man. Great
You're right,
hero.
we won't talk about it because Ice Frog's going to make sure that hero is never relevant.
It feels bad.
9. Shadow bladed up. Illidan going to move in. A lot of damage there. Should be enough. They drop the egg just to ensure it is. They'll get the kill.
Necro going for what? Is that Lotus? He has the...
Oh, Avalanche toss to the top. Hestejo found in response. 1-for-1 trade. And in fairness, they did get the duel win, but they committed the egg.
Yeah, perhaps Lincoln's wouldn't be that bad. What do you think versus the LC?
Lincoln's feels good.
Yeah. She can still go for Halberd, but I think she will. Someone will most likely go versus the Brood for a Halberd, right? It's really good here.
Yeah, you could go for like an Atos. I'm not sure I like that. Aeon Disc, but this is too early. This is too early to be forced into an Aeon Disc, I think. But at the same time, if you're going to keep giving over that damage to Legion, you become a huge liability for your team.
Oh yeah, like that Legion is having a really nice game so far. On top of the network, it also has 94 damage. Minute 19, she
yeah, that's 94. Quite a lot of damage we're seeing there. And then that's being
just
with
a
level 1.
Bit, just a little bit.
But that's level 1 and level 2 ults. That's not level 3.
Yeah. Out of that 94, I think Cinderan gave 8 tiers.
Whoa, we don't talk about that. Sin doesn't. His team in the moment is going to go, who
no,
the hell gave all this
damage? I think
damage?
it was the Brood that gave the most dual damage, right?
He gave 2 early duels.
Yeah.
Necrophos. No, Necrophos.
Necrophos?
Because he gave, I think, 2 early on. He gave 1 level 2 duel as well.
That's true, actually. Yeah. When he rotated early on, he got him under the tower. Or was that...
No, the first duel was on the Bane. That
on
was,
the Bane, right?
Yeah,
the Bane. Yeah. Afro, though, having a good game, has that tag in him. Basically, I think they chill a bit now. Oh, are they going to be able to chill?
9's on the prowl. But Afromush, he's actually staying in the tree line. 9.
He's doing the right thing. But
Shell
there's a
about
ward
to run
on
out. The wards, he's Afromush. Oh, mistakes have been made here.
Oh, but 9 has
Phoenix
to find a way to
dive
get
in. Afromush knows something's up now. He's going to try and retreat, but the ward's going to spot him. And 9 gets ready to go for the duel.
That's
No,
so
he doesn't push him back in time. He had the time.
But that's so good by FNG, honestly, because what happened there is FNG dives on him. There's no way FNG kills him or does anything to him.
It scares the crap out of him.
But it scares him so much that he runs into 9, even though 9 is in vision under the tower. The tower and the creeps are hitting him, and he still doesn't react on time to that because he's just fleeing away from the Phoenix.
Sin nicely dodges the gank attempt. Baiva has got a mean lifestealer snuggled inside him. He's 9 months and ready to come. Oh, there it is. Jumps in with the Echo in the top lane.
Maybe
Illidan gets found again. He gave birth to a child. Congratulations, Shaker. It's a Skyer. Skyer. See, I've heard someone keeps calling him Skyer at the moment. Oh, there we go. Fiend's grip out. Goodbye, Weaver.
Skyder?
Skyder.
Skyder?
I
can tell you.
I heard that the other week. I was like, what name is that?
There's one caster in the Joint Dota studios doing that, calling him Skyter. We're not going to name any names. If you're listening, you know who you are.
So for those that don't know, it is Skidder. That is in fact his name.
I mean, you can pronounce it whatever way you want to, I suppose, because
how do you pronounce death to Afromush? Is it with a horn and a duel? I believe it is.
Yeah. Bye-bye, Afromush. They made him into a mush.
No, he went smush. That's what
he went smush?
He went smush. He definitely went smush there. But looking at this right now, they keep sending him down here. You know what they call this in America? They call it a dead lane.
Dead lane?
Yeah, it's a dead lane.
It's the lane where you go to die, right?
So maybe you shouldn't come to the dead lane.
If you go to the dead lane, you die. That's
if you come to the dead lane, you're gonna get deaded. That's the idea.
Deaded? Beaver? Is he gonna make anyone deaded now? He has another child. He's with another child.
Yeah, he's crowning and he is ready to give birth. And the pings come out. Sin's gonna be found. Hello. Congratulations on your first birthday.
Congratulations, Syndra.
You're a father.
You're a father indeed. All right. They're going to take this tier 2 now. I mean, the Kotl was going here just to defend, nothing more. And it's what the Kotl does. It's normal. He's doing the same thing, or he's thinking about doing it. Yeah.
Illidan went back to the top to finish off the tower. Get it. And they did get it first, in fairness. But the problem is what was invested along the line. And it's a lot of deaths on the side of HAPPYGUYS.
A lot of deaths and a lot of dual victories.
Oh, yeah. This Legion's getting pretty scary. 130 damage now, and they are smoked up and on the prowl.
Yeah, they can't find anyone top. They're basically...
They can take the tier 1, though. It's just sitting there. It's like, hello,
well,
hit me.
Yeah, the creeps are so far away, though. Basically, what they thought is that someone is going to run back and towards the trees here, towards the side shop, but they're not finding anyone. They're still searching, but it's wrong.
There's a problem. Shake is getting very close to Ags. 1,500 gold to go, and he'll have it. So Happy Guys have to make a move.
This smoke is really good because in 10 seconds it's daylight, if my Bosnian math is correct. And it's not NA math after all, so I think I should be right. And with that daylight, they might be looking to find a proper fight with Cod. Oh, no, it's
All right,
not. It is.
Your math was 2 seconds off.
2 seconds off. Why?
You know, don't ask me. I just take a calculator and
why
type
though?
boobs on it.
24 minutes. It should be. Well, whatever. Anyway, they go into the pit, and they definitely can. They have so much vision with the Kotlin. The question is, you're going into the pit versus a Phoenix, versus a Shaker.
And
are they gonna react?
They're close
They're
by.
coming.
9, he's already suspicious. The Swarmer's coming as well, wiggling in at max range. They'll jump in. The duel's going to counter Cinder, and the BKB can try and move across. Kazar just trying to cover him. He's going to do a lot of damage. The snipe's going to be there. No! Legion Quad dead. The buyback coming out from Phoenix because he already got evaporated. Biver, he still hasn't actually expended the Earthshake. He has no Echo Slam mana to work with. But now, the Phoenix grip coming out as well. Lifestealer held in place, tossed in the air. They'll be able to find him. Skyder trying to... Skyder, I'm calling him a Skyder now. I'm stuck on it. Skidder! Trying to move away. Won't be able to do so. It's going to fall.
Man.
And they'll go back, and that was a disaster.
That was a disaster. Where was the egg? What happened? Did the egg even
He instantly got killed. He couldn't do anything. And the Legion's so in a rush to get in that pit. Comes his downfall. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, might be falling here. No mana left. Hester Joe doesn't have enough of the time lapse. Needs to run off.
Maybe
see him in a
mana
second.
leak.
Yep, mana leak should be there.
There we go.
There he gets it. He's stunned up. They ping out. They know Luminate's going to come out as well. And, well, Hester Joe, oh boy, accept your fate.
I honestly think Afromush saved the fight there because basically he blinding lighted the Legion Commander away from the Bane, and he also saved the Bane with the Illuminating Light. And, I mean, Phoenix and Shaker, they're insanely strong around the pit. Like, they should be doing really well, but honestly, the spells were not used. That's how I feel.
The tactical explanation.
I mean,
Diva trying to move in here. Needs to actually run away.
I don't want to say it, they made mistakes. I'm just going to say it. The spells were not used. They still have Echo. They still have the Egg. And around the pit, there are so many choke points, so many good opportunities to use these spells. But they were saving cooldowns, I suppose. So maybe next fight.
Well, this is the thing. They're in this scenario now where with the Aegis, they need to be careful. But they've got this lineup. Team Spirit have this lineup that can't afford to stop pressuring. The Legion Commander, the Earthshaker, they want to go and find kills. They need to find kills.
They do. I agree with that. But at the same time, I mean, you do have the Weaver and the Legion and the Knight. These little boys can grow a lot more, right? They can start like getting these BKBs, maybe a few items on the Weaver. I'm not certain if he decides to go for Aghanims or right click, but whatever they do, they can become stronger, right? So there we go. He's going for a BKB. He already has Maelstrom and Dragonlance, so it's not the end of the world for them. It will slow them down a little bit, but with that Aegis Legion, unless Happy Guys do exactly this, unless they smoke up and go as 5, Legion Commander can get pick-off still, so...
Reports just in. Smoking does kill, but who is the question? And they're going to set up around this high ground, and if anyone from Team Spirit goes snooping their own jungle, there'll be a price to pay.
9 is the closest one, but he just uses the nuke and runs away.
Tanky. It's a little bit too hard to get him first. You need to find... I think the Weaver is the prime low-hanging fruit for them right now.
Yeah, Weaver disappears from almost the tiny alone, I think, with this crit now. Definitely disappears. So that would be the easiest. Oh, hello, Illidan. You're a bit deep.
He's knocking on the base. Yeah, a little bit brave.
It's brave, but they just do not have any information on where anyone else is. And because of that, something that looks very brave to us is actually just a normal play.
Oh, Duel coming in though. They found a target. They might be able to get through him. Necrophos taking a lot of damage. Will they take him out of time? Yes, he will. The egg is down. And Kazar, he's gone super deep here, doing a super balance of damage to the Earthshake. The stun's going to be there. Trying to away. Beaver should be fine, but barely. Almost one more tap with it on Kazar. Standing his ground. The feed's going to come out, but no, the lifesteal's going to run out soon, and the BKB is gone. They expend the Aegis, but the Avalanche again! It's huge! 9 trying to chase forward. They're going to push him back and away, and Kazar, Echo Slam control, the Infest Bomb out. They're going to force him away. Kazar looking to move away, should be fine. Skitter's still chasing on here, but the Nightmare's going to be there. Kazar is going to retreat. He needs to get out and away from the Radiance. Germinate attack's going to be there. It's going to get him low, but not quite finish him off. He's still alive. Malik there. On the Avalanche. Greed. Hester Joe gets punished. 9 moving forward. He wants to go on a Cinder in here. He doesn't have the duel available. The Nightmare's going to be there. Spotting perfectly. Boog in the back foot's going to be found by Skidder and ran down. And turn around, look for more, but no, they're going to turn around instead. They're trying to go on the Legion Commander. One more tap will do the fun and kill on Kaiser. Just juking him out in the tree line. They're going to try and cut through the trees. But he's healing up from the web so well. Finally, he gets his ult. He's going to turn around, try and play the lifesteal. Needs to be careful of the control coming up. And Beaver, the stuns are too much. And Kaiser, he can't tap out. Double kill for Sin on the back foot, though, as they find FNG in response, and they're still fighting. Skidder out of mana. And look at this. Illidan's back in the fight. He has got the scythe to work with. And Skidder, he needs an escape plan fast. I don't think he's going to make it out. There's a rage. Though. They're going to chase on through. 4-star forward doesn't stand on top of this. Beaver going to give his life. Nope, they're going to keep going. Illidan, he's like, I want this scythe. Just one tap, please. And Earthshaker on the back foot.
He's also surviving.
Beaver's fine. He's going to make it out. And bonus for him because soon he's going to have his hands on an Aghanim's. He's 200 gold away.
What he did there was so amazing because he basically made Synderen go after him. But after all, like, it was very unfortunate for Illidan to lose vision. He lost sight on Nikes because of the fog, because of the nighttime. If that was daylight, like, he definitely gets the Nikes as well.
And God bless Wands, because if it wasn't for that, Skidder would be dead regardless.
Oh, definitely. All right, all right. Happy guys. Overall, they lost that fight because Illidan got picked off instantly at the start, and after that, Team Spirit just played it really well. Very composed. The question is, even if the Necro does not get picked off, do they win the fight?
Uh-oh. It's 8 Madness Hour.
Here we go.
That fort needs to go on pause because you hasted up. You've got an Infest Bomb at the ready. An Earthshaker. Is it going to be triplets they're giving birth to this time? It looks like it might be.
They see they just the saw Tiny.
No, Boogie's being brought back. Yeah. Cole's got him out.
All right, that was definitely the right call.
If he doesn't want to, like, he's doing the right thing. If he shows on the wave, they know he's got the Ags, and that would be a big mistake here. The ambush factor is huge, as long as no one knows about his Ags.
They're playing very well, though. So, like, their formation here, they're basically ready to connect to whoever gets attacked. The 4 of them on top. The Brood is, around the pit, but the Brood can always plant a few webs and reach them, like she's doing right now, in a matter of seconds. So this is basically, in this stage of the game, you don't take any chances. You should always be close enough.
Oh, BKB coming out. They found Kazar here. They're going to run for him. No lifesteal for him either. The Avalanche tossed on the back foot. It doesn't matter. The egg comes out. Now Boogie trying to move away. It's too late. Diffuse to slow him down, and he's going to fall as well. It's 2 for nothing so far. The egg's been used, and Cinder's going to go for the TP out successfully. Yeah,
you can connect in the matter of seconds, but they kill you in a matter of milliseconds. So unfortunate for Brood. She was positioned in such a way in which it's very hard to blink on her and duel her. However, they had that ward exactly there on top of her, and they saw her. So the farming was not super greedy, but because of the fact that the whole team was close. But yeah,
it's a little bit greedy.
A little bit.
I mean, especially when the Earthshaker's been missing from the map that long.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
So the Legion, 174 damage. Looking good.
It's only a little bit of damage. I mean, come on.
Just a little bit.
It's going to get worse once he gets up to the levels and gets the talent.
Yeah. She doesn't even have a rapier yet. Damage. Come on, wait for the rapier.
I don't think you build. No, calm down, Liz. I don't think you build the rapier here.
No, I mean in damage. LC does not have
rapier worth of damage.
Rapier worth of damage.
That's the measurement we're looking for. Oh, BKB jump forward. He's going to go towards it further now, but the Fiend's coming out. They're going to try and counteract. The Sunray's going to be there as well. Afro moves. He's going to survive the duel, but still fall afterwards. Beaver trying to jump in, look at the opportunity. On the back foot, Illidan, he's pretty deep here. But the Fissure has cut them off from trying to pursue. They can try and move now. The enchant misses the mark. Now Kazar going in. He's going to attack up in the damage. He's safe there. 150 to take down the Legion. And Byron on the side, he has no escape. He's going to fall as well. They need to get the hell out of dodge, and they need to do it fast. Boogie looking to move forward. He's got the blink in 3 seconds, but they're too far away.
He's a slow rock, after all.
He is very slow, actually.
But those crits, the Avalanche, Boogie is doing so much in these fights, actually. I kind of doubted the effect of the Tiny at this point, but
never
he's definitely doing a lot.
Count the Tiny out.
Of course, even after 50,000 nerfs, this hero is still so relevant.
Oh. Open wounds in the mid lane. Cinder going to protect himself with the Nightmare. Now Kazar's going to go and trying to fight with Skidder here. Skidder's going to go for TP out, but the Avalanche just in time starts up. Now you have no escape. Looks like he's going to be tossed up, and when he comes down, he's gone.
All right. So you do get the Synderen, but you pay for him with your life, which isn't really great. And
I
you might even have to...
the Synderen, like he's some form of currency. Yes, you've traded one Synderen for a Skidder.
I wanted to say the Bane, but then saying Synderen is...
It's so much better.
Sweeter,
it's so much better.
So you traded one Cinderin for one Nyx. I think.
Super No's been used.
Oh,
That's a quite the way. Kazar's just going to run in and finish it off. Earthshaker's got the Echo Slam available. How are they going to stack? Kazar just running through. Looks like they get the Weaver. He's dead. Now trying to move him, but tossed in the air. The Echo Slam when he comes down, the buyback from Lifesteal's there. He's going to try to move him quick enough here. They might be able to do so. The moon's going to come up. Kazar, he's still with the Lifesteal going. He doesn't want to play with the name of the hero that is called Lifesteal though. He's going to win in that battle. He'll back up. They'll reset. Look to go again. The buyback's out from Phoenix, but now he has no egg to work with. This could easily be a lane.
This should be a lane. They are smoked up though, and they're looking to fight.
Viva can jump in, the stun control, they're going to melt through the support. Cinderin gone already, Afromush forced up down the low ground. Kazar's going to retreat, and Illan stand his ground. Boogie just knocking on the buildings here. FNG getting low, one more tap will do it. He tosses the tree, and Phoenix is dead. Die back.
Phoenix
now, out
gone.
of mana, Skinner in trouble. He needs to escape, but he can't. He's got a big fat one, but he's got no rage available for 2 more seconds. He's going to get out in time, trying to run off. But Kazar, he chases him down and kills him off. BKB coming out now. Chasing forward, 9-4's using BKB. But what target are you going for? He doesn't want to duel with anyone. He's a Shadow Blade to go and visit, move away. He's looking at this and going, there's too many heroes. What do I go for here? No Echo Slam still available. Weaver up in 15 seconds. You just have to let them have one side.
One side? There's no buyback on Nyx. They can go for top as well. They have the heals.
There is no Bane though.
They have the heals with the Cotton. There's no one Cinderin, yeah.
No one Cinderin, but is it worth one Skidder? That's the question, plus an FNG.
They can take this side as well. I don't think they can stop this. There's no Echo yet,
no,
30 seconds.
30 seconds still.
And the Cotton basically allows you to just keep on pushing because he's just going to heal you up. So
they'll count their lucky stars though, because if you look at the bot lane, they still have a tier 1 and a tier 2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. So you go back now. Perhaps if they greeded out and went for the throne instantly, they could have, but they opted not to.
They might go for the throne. Illan is poking.
Now it's late.
He needs to be careful. He could actually rush duel him right now. He'll move away though. But they're already pinging for bot. They're going to push in here. They say, why wait? We're in control right now. We know it. We know they're going to spend a big buy.
40 more seconds without the Nyx. There's absolutely nothing stopping them from taking at least a tier 1 on the bottom lane. It's not really the most important objective right now. I think you go for the top shrine and for Roshan, as Rosh just respawned 1 second ago. So I think the top shrine is more important than these towers on the bottom lane right now. But whatever, they have enough time. They have enough time to take everything. Yeah. And this draft that looked a little bit wonky is actually proving to be really strong versus what Team Spirit has drafted. But Team Spirit, the way they approached some of these team fights was really not on spot. It wasn't on point.
They start off well, then they let their boot off the beast for about 2-3 minutes, and then they went back to fight and it went wrong, and then they didn't rethink the plan. And this is why they're now stuck in their base, wondering what the hell happened.
Yeah, the top lane fight when they dueled the Kotal, yeah, they killed him, but then they didn't plant the egg again. Then the Phoenix dies without the egg. The Shaker doesn't connect with his Aghanims onto anyone. Just some small mistakes that are definitely costing them this game right now.
This could be the moment where they fix those mistakes. They've got Kazar in the pit, taking the Rocha low. Team Spirit need to drop this, but there's no stacking happening right now. They're a little bit paranoid, understandably. Yeah. With the Earthshaker, you need to be careful.
This is basically...
jump happening, Illidan held in, all 4 stuff down the low ground. Viva's sitting there ready with the Infest Bomb.
Yeah, basically, Team Spirit has to defend the throne anyway.
Yep.
So you just chill here, you wait.
You know, and as soon as someone shows in the base, you can go in, and if anyone pokes their head in for a second,
you go for him. You can even smoke up right now, and when you see someone defending the base, you go on their high ground and you try to catch them. But most likely just go for the rush. That's exactly it. They see actually 2 on top lane, so...
Earthshaker's still nearby, Phoenix as well.
This is still an opportunity for Team Spirit though, because they can have a good fight around the pit. This could be the way they come back into this game. It's very hard, but it's possible.
And they are taking their time with this, but every time it's losing about a quarter of its health. There's only so long you can wait before you have to engage in this Roche pit. They're paranoid. Viva infested up here. Of course, this is the Ag Shaker, so he has a lot of mobility available. Do not underestimate him. If any hero can turn this game around, it's a Shaker.
So the problem is, they have to fight before minute 40 though. They have 2 more minutes to fight. If they fight after minute 40, they're going to lose the fight 100% because of the Kotal.
Skinner moved in. He just used a rage straight away.
Right, no, you don't have the rage to work with.
It's a low cooldown, but at the same time, those 10 seconds could matter here. They're just a little bit paranoid. They don't see Viva yet. And neither team. This is just a full standoff right now. I can hear the music in the back of my head.
It is, because Tiny is a out pushing bottom and they have this Kotl factor, he can always recall him. And then someone goes to defend, and as soon as someone goes to defend, this happens. You take Rosh. This is basically like playing versus Meepo.
And Bive is too far away from the pit. They need to interrupt. They haven't gone here. It's just going to go with the BKB. The Fiend's Grip coming out. The lifesteal alone. Cinder needs to be evaporated straight away if they want to stop. The Fish is going to finally be there. Skitter's going to move away. But Kazar standing his ground. There's the BKB. The duel coming out. Pop by the Linkers. No. Boog in the back foot. Going to get Bive down to half HP. He has to move away and escape defensively. No Echo Slam coming out. Meanwhile, Hestejo controlled up. No. He's dead. They'll get him. The Echo now coming in. Looking to get the Kazar for the push away. Afromouche on point here. Kazar forced up to the high ground. He'll be fine. Skitter, he needs to finish this Roche. He finishes him right now. But Boogie, the big crit, scaring him away. They're going to make the lamb escape. No. The side down. FHG gone. 120 seconds. Change the ball for more. They're going to ping out. They do see it. 9. Avalanche at the spot. He can't move. Boogie. He's hunting for more. They illuminate through. They see Skitter. They move forward. They toss up. Forced up to the high ground. Illidan one right click. One more. He'll get it. It gets him. 9 jumping in with the Beaver. The control. He hasn't got any mana to work with and he hasn't got the Echo Slam anymore. They're going to find the kill on the Legion. They'll pick up on the Beaver as well. It's going to be game. There's nothing left. They'll run straight for the base with the GG already out in Team Spirit. They lose first game. Happy Guys already 1-up in this best of 3.
Where are you now, Happy Guys haters?
Where are you now, Sind haters? Probably in the Bulldog chat, but... What a showing, though. We weren't wrong to say this was a horrible-looking Broodmother game.
Definitely.
After that lane, and the amount of damage that Legion was getting, this looked like an easy win for Team Spirit.
When you are forced as Brood to go for the passive instead of the Spiderlings, and you are winning the lane, it's kind of alright. But when you go for the passive and you are not winning the lane, then it can be problematic. However, I honestly think Afromouche did so much with this Kotl, created so much space, had that tag on him so early, that he just made the game so much easier for every and each one of his scores. And that fight around the pit, the first fight in which they didn't use the Echo, the duel was a whiff as well because of the blinding light. I think that fight cost them a lot there.
I'm starting to think, is Sin onto something? Have we found the secret sauce that is Cole? Because this hero is doing a lot of work in these games.
I mean, he's actually playing some heroes that aren't in the meta that much, right? And they seem to work when they are in the Sin's team's hands, so why not? Go more. I think if you are Team Spirit in this best of 3, you go with the Kotl ban. Perhaps that's the way.
Maybe they feel they can deal with it now, because this is a thing. These teams haven't had to deal with Cole. Barely anyone's picking it. You maybe get one game where it works out. The next game, however, they might be aware. They might be awake.
There is that factor in which like a hero that isn't in the meta is picked, and you kind of forgot how to deal with him. That's always the case. And because of that, he does a lot. But Afro actually, for any standards, he played a really nice game of Kotl.
Wow. That is only game 1. Yeah, I know. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of best of 1s. There's more to come of those, but for now, we're on a best of 3. And while game 1 does go to Happy Guys, both teams are going to go for a short break. Not long, we'll be back with game 2 to see if Team Spirit can bounce back or if Happy Guys are going to be very happy with a 2-0.